The following is a presentation of the Austin Reed Network, now streaming for free.
From Fresno to the Oregon State Capitol and everywhere in between. With Austin Reed, this is The Reed Report.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Reed Report. Thank you for joining us as we are almost saying goodbye to August. I'm Austin Reed alongside
Kaylee Kwashny.
Hi, Kaylee.
Reporter,
yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. You had a big trip, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. But first, here's what's coming up on this week's episode of The Reed Report. Jeremiah Stroop is standing by from yourweekendrundown.com. He's got a list of all the events happening in the Northwest for our viewers on KWVT. Also ahead, Brady Lane is going to check in. Have you heard of Crumble Cookies?
I have.
Yes.
Yes, it's good.
So for our viewers in Fresno, Brady is going to show us what Crumble Cookies is all about because they just opened in the South Valley. Let's see. Also, Athena will check in with her celebrity scoop. So lots going on. The Reed Report, of course, is every Friday at 8 a.m. here on My 53. And then we air in the Portland-Salem area on KWVT Channel 17. And we stream anytime on the Austin Reed Network on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. All right. Let's start off with your trip.
So, yes, I went on a trip for a little while, not too long, about a weekish or so. And I went to Cayucos, a little beach town in Central Coast of California. And it's about 2.5 hours from Fresno. So, yeah, I went there and it was beautiful. Awesome. A big weather change. It was a good 70 there.
Oh, my God. Well, as you can see, I am sweating here. We are filming today where it's like 108 in Fresno, and the ACs are in the studio. They're running, but it's just...
They're not too good.
No.
So we're feeling it.
We're feeling it.
We're in the full thick of summer right here. So we just embrace it at this point.
Yeah, it is what it is. You saw Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yes, so I also went to Vegas. So that was the second part of my trip. I went to Vegas, and we saw Red Hot Chili Peppers there. So that was amazing, and they were great. They had full energy, just like back in the day when they were real popular. Yeah. But they're one of my favorite bands, so that was really fun for me.
Yeah, you shot the video as we're looking at it. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
And they still look pretty young.
Yeah, no, they look great. I mean, they were jumping around, and Flea was doing handstands across the stage, and it was really cool.
I'm jealous. Okay, but first, let's talk about what's trending. We're going to head to Moscow.
Yes, so Moscow, Russia. It has a new coffee shop. It might sound familiar. It's called Stars Coffee, pretty close to Starbucks coffee, ironically. So it has since replaced the famous Seattle-based brand Starbucks. Just months after the company pulled all of their stores from the country, there were 130 stores in Russia, and the first were established were in 2007. The new company has a similar logo, menu, and brand style as the store that used to be, but the lines have remained out the door since they first opened, so I guess they've been missing their Starbucks.
Yeah,
it's
apparently.
been a success so far.
Wow. All right. Next up, where are we going?
So next up, we're going, well, all across America, but with movie theaters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Regal.
Yeah, so the second largest movie theater chain, Regal Cinemas, they are not doing so good. Their parent company, Cineworld, is filing for bankruptcy. Regal Cinemas is having a tough time after its stock crashed in 80%. The chain, which owns more than 500 movie theaters around the U.S., is exploring to see how they can reduce their debt obligations. Cineworld has struggled to stay afloat during the pandemic when it was forced to close its movie theaters worldwide. It suffered a $2.7 billion loss in 2020 and a $566 million loss in 2021. So far this year, revenues at the U.S. box offices are 30% lower than before the pandemic.
And you worked at Regal, right? That was your first job.
Yeah, that was my first job. I owe a lot of credit to Regal. That was my start. I loved working there. Yeah. I had a fun time. Everyone I worked with was super fun. It was like working with your best friends every day.
Yeah.
So.
That's how it is here at the Austin Reed Network, right? Yeah.
Yes, so it's good.
We have a lot. We have a lot of characters behind the scenes,
but it all works.
That you guys don't get to see. We have a lot of fun here. All right. I think let's check in with Brady now. and he is in Hanford with the latest on that Crumble Cookie opening. Hi, Brady.
Just this last Friday, Crumble Cookie had a grand opening for its new store location in Hanford. Hanford residents have been anticipating this grand opening for quite some time, as their only nearby options to get any Crumble Cookies were in Visalia, Fresno, and Clovis. And it's clear with the consistently long line throughout its opening day, even in the intense heat, Hanford goers both new to Crumble and those who've tried it before already were dedicated to getting their variety of cookies. What makes Crumble unique is that its menu is always changing, rotating between 5 unique flavors and oftentimes introducing brand new cookie flavors each week. In fact, this week they showed off a brand new item, the strawberry shortcake cookie. There's even the option to get a classic chocolate chip cookie, which is available every week if you're opting for something more simple. Even if the cookies don't seem to speak with you on a certain week, there's always Crumble Cream, their signature ice cream, which also comes in a variety of flavors. If you want to keep up with Crumble's weekly menu, make sure to follow their Instagram, as they will post all of their cookies that will be available within each upcoming week. Crumble Cookies in Hanford is located at 208 12th Avenue in the store outlet near Super Buffet and Jamba Juice. This is Brady Lane, coming at you from the Austin Reed Network.
All right, Brady, thank you very much. Time to check in with our Jeremiah Stroop from YourWeekendRundown.com. Hi, Jeremiah.
Hey, did you know your dollars can make a difference close to home? Anytime you support small local businesses or local activities or festivals, you're actually making an impact in our local community and economy. And we've got a lineup of awesome events for you to explore this week to make the most for your precious days off. This is your Weekend Rundown. Let's get started. Hey everyone, Jeremiah Stroop here, and for over 2 decades I've featured local independent artists and creators, as well as small local businesses and brands that I believe in, and of course unique individuals and events. So this week is no exception. We've got a lineup of fresh local events that will help you support the local economy and have a great time doing it. This is your Weekend Rundown. Let's get into it. Will you be around PDX this weekend? Check out this Portland area event.
Kickstand Comedy is proud to present Comedy in the Park, bringing free live shows back to Portland audiences all summer long. Featuring the Pacific Northwest's favorite comics performing in one of the city's most beautiful spaces, Laurelhurst Park. Blankets drop at 5 p.m., show starts at 6:30 p.m. Children, picnics, and leashed pups are always welcome at local Portland area parks, where the Original Practice Shakespeare Festival is proud to bring admission-free Shakespeare back to the Portland Public Parks this summer. Here are a few free local events you won't want to miss. The OPS Fest company of skilled, flexible actors will occasionally interrupt songs, dances, and sketches throughout. This weekend gives you the chance to support local theater and soak up some Shakespeare, and maybe even a little sunshine. Here's a list of some upcoming shows you can attend for free. Shows begin at 7 p.m. and the audience is welcome to arrive during the hour before to watch the pre-game dance and fight rehearsals.
Out exploring the Pacific Northwest this weekend? Check out some of these fresh events.
PDX Poppy and DJ Comas present Feelin' Myself every first and third week in downtown Portland. Get down at this hip-hop, throwback, and reggaeton dance night for anyone and everyone who's up to have a good time in a fun, unique, and all-inclusive environment. $5 gets you in before 11 and warmed up for your weekend with special performances and drink specials at their new venue, Club Detour on Burnside, where you'll find some sexy dancers up top and this fresh event on the exclusive lower level. Follow Feelin' Myself PDX to learn more.
Will you be down south around the Salem, Oregon area this weekend? Check out this fresh event.
On Saturday, August 27th, the Infinity Room presents an evening of live music with Nicolonoscopy and the Piano Queen, Saint Syndrome. 2 shows, an all-ages show at 6 p.m. with a 21 and over show at 8:30 p.m. Join these 2 drag queens for a night of music, comedy, and a whole lot more. Head to infinityroomsalem.com for more information and tickets. Looking for a big finish to summer 2022? Head down to Salem, Oregon for the Oregon State Fair, including a special performance by Nelly, Monday, September 5th. To date, Nelly is the second highest selling hip-hop artist. Of course, there's so much more to see, hear, explore, and taste at the Oregon State Fair. Summer's big finish.
Do you know about an awesome local hot happening activity festival that our viewers should know about? Head over to our website, yourweekendrundown.com, with all the details. And who knows, your event might be featured next. Well, there you go. Some fresh events for you to explore, taste, and experience on your precious days off. We hope you make the most of it. Of course, there's so much more to see on our website, yourweekendrundown.com, where you can join our VIP guest list for the chance to win free tickets. And of course, like and subscribe our social media accounts for instant updates and events that you won't find anywhere else. Last but not least, we'll be back next week broadcasting locally, streaming globally, and I'll see you then. I'm Jeremiah Stroop, and remember, it's your weekend. You might as well run it.
All right, Jeremiah, thank you very much. Hey, before we head to break, one more quick story. iPhone 14 is coming.
Yes, add a new iPhone to your list because a new one is here. iPhone 14 is the newest iPhone, and it will have a variety of colors and updated features. It is believed that it'll be a little bit more expensive. A $100 increase is what's noted so far for the phone versus the latest phone, iPhone 13. It released similar time, same as this year, September 24th last year, and it stood at $799. So might be a little bit more expensive, but it might be worth it.
Yeah, all right. We are going to take a quick break. Up next on the Reed Report, we're going to check in with the Print Lab, and they made the Austin Reed Network super cool stickers. So we're going to talk to them right after this. We'll be right back.
This is a family-owned business, and here we treat the patients like we treat our families.
Just to show you, we keep everything on hand. We have a lot of samples of the people's casts that we store, so we don't have to repeat you through the whole process. In this room, we tend to cast the patients. So these are just samples of the prosthetics and orthotics and their cast as we do the work on them. In this room, we have a variety of shoes for our patients. So we're able to do a lot of stuff in-house. We have our lab here where we, once we get the cast of the patient, we're able to make test sockets. And then the last room, just to show, is that we stock material as needed. We are located at 6137 North Vesta Street, suite number 101B, Fresno, California. Even if we have to make sometimes house calls, we will go locally in Fresno, Clovis to patients that have ride difficulties, and we'll go see them at their house.
Bin Busters.
From trash bin cleaning and sanitizing to power washing sidewalks, patios, and decks.
Bin Busters.
Our water steams to 200 degrees and we're eco-friendly. Whether it's for your home or business, we do it all and come directly to you.
Bin Busters
is locally owned and operated. For pricing and plans, head to binbustersca.com.
With Austin Reed, this is the Reed Report.
If you are in need of maybe getting some stickers, some prints, I have just the idea for you. Joining us live in our Tower District studios today, this is Zach from the Print Lab. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey, man. Same thing, different day. How
you
been, brother?
Very good. I found you on Instagram.
Awesome.
So, these logos, I don't know if we can get a tight shot of this. We'll work on getting a tight shot of this. But let's start from the very beginning. How long have you been printing now for?
We've been printing for about a year and a half.
Okay.
The machine was basically passed down from me from another gentleman who moved. And he was going to take the machine, and in the middle of it, I was like, why don't I buy it off you? You don't have to have the shipping cost, and we'll go ahead and try to take over Fresno, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here we are a year later. We learned some new tricks. We learned how to fix the printer, and it just it wound up being really good because in Fresno with Art Hop, with all the other vendors just trying to get their word out or their Instagram going, their followers. It pushes them to the next level of where they can actually create a base of people who can then go ahead and be like, hey, I went here. Look, here's my QR code. Here's my scannable barcode, whatever you need, And it pushes them to be a better vendor to everybody else, almost like finding you a lot easier. And that's what we're about. We're really trying to give the vendors out here a better price, a better turnaround time, and just trying to get more people of the word of what you're trying to get out,
Well, tell me, so for vendors specifically, you may move, sorry. Like that? Okay. My question, though, I'm going to hold this up so you can kind of get a tight shot eventually. But, where is it? Right there. It's so good. It's so nice. So I want to make sure that we show this. But now I totally lost my frame of mind. So I got to be honest. I had COVID like a month ago.
I saw it on your Instagram. Yeah.
And this is the weirdest thing, but since I have it, I have this brain fog.
Really?
Yeah. So I can't. I'll be in the middle of a conversation and then just no clue what I'm talking about. So, anyways,
in the clouds.
Yeah. But apparently, the variant that I got, that one affects the brain.
Oh,
so it damages the brain. So I may never be the same again. Anyways, that's just a side
Everyone
story.
Pray for Reed.
Yeah, right. There you go. But let's get back to the print lab. That was I remembered it. See, it eventually comes back, so that's good. Do you work with a lot of vendors?
Yeah.
Is that kind of your demo?
That's where it started and then bloomed. So we're only on Instagram. We don't have a storefront. Everything's straight out of my house in a mailbox like a Dropbox. So when you get off of work, you can come by, pick it up, and go. If you're at midnight, you do the night shift or the graveyard shift, you come pick it up. Because that's what a vendor is they're not only doing what they love at the shops or at the stores or whatever, but then they have the second job. And so everyone seems like a real big hustler. And in Fresno especially, you got a lot of hard workers out here, And so when they do that hard work, it is nice for them to just come to their logo and just be able to be like, hey, Zach's got your back,
So you made this for me, and these are two different ones. This I really like because you cut out the whole logo here. And this one is freaking awesome too. Is it as simple as you get the logo from your customer and then you kind of take over?
Yeah. So we don't do any of the artwork. All these wonderful vendors come to us with their artwork. We're able to just draw the line around it and then cut very deep to where it's ready to go.
Right.
And when you do it like that, it kind of just it's an eye catcher. If you saw this on a stop sign, you're gonna remember my name.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to get to other people. That's how it is. And being a vendor, they just drove there. They have to set up, and then back away. So when you have somebody in your corner who's able to just go, just shoot me your logo, brother. We'll do it. It's like having a friend with the printer. They're not going to say no. It's going to take about an hour. And we're on the road. So
it's that simple.
Yeah, it is that simple for us at least.
For you guys, yeah.
When we first started, it wasn't that simple. It took us a while to get where we're going. Once we had a flow, I feel like people in Fresno responded to it because they wanted it that day, and we were trying to get it to do one day, and we finally got it to where it's like an hour.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and you're knocking out like 100 3x3s at a time, so it's pretty quick. Yeah. And that's why I was trying to Austin Reed. We got to get his logo. Yeah. We got to put it on there.
That's right, because we only spoke just a few days ago.
Yeah.
So
just real quick.
Again, you can do this immediately. Different colors, obviously. Yes. This one I really like because it's popping.
Yes.
It pops, and it's got kind of a cool little not tint, but it looks shiny.
Right.
Yeah.
The gloss finish really does help.
Turn it. Okay.
The shine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's reflected. Don't worry, everybody. I'm gonna post all 3 of these on my Instagram. So, and I'll tag you.
And that's really the key is Instagram is bringing everybody in Fresno, I feel, together. And, it's a wonderful thing. I mean, it brought us together.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw who you were representing and what you're doing, I was like, we got to make them a sticker. We got to get your brand out there, too.
I know, yeah.
If you want some of these big ones, just call me, man.
These
we'll
are
knock it out.
these are freaking awesome. Okay, so pricing, is it different? Every package is different?
We try to keep it to where it's simple. So if you're basically, let me grab this. If you're a 3x3 square or smaller than this, it's $15 for 100.
$15 for 100.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dang.
And so we're just trying to shoot it out, slap them all over the town. If they rip off, you got another 100 more ready to go behind it. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's the game we're playing right now. Is you're trying to label and look as good as Pepsi, Sprite, McDonald's. You know what I mean? And when the gloss finish hits it, and you look at it in your hand, it's another sale.
Yeah, it is. Well, and I want to talk about that, right? Branding, identity, imaging. Imaging is a TV news word. Sorry, I shouldn't have used that. But how important is it for? Even though they're a vendor, it's a small business.
Right.
But I know that there's a lot of vendors that are like, well, I'm too small to have something this fancy.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thought is we send them to either an artist that we know or we go to this website called Fiverr. And Fiverr is basically freelancers all around the world who do artistry work, and they basically get it done within 2 days, and we'll get the artwork and we're able to print as high gloss as you need it. But that's really where we come in to just let people know we're not a graphic artist. This is literally 2021, people. We just established it. We just started getting off our feet and moving, and when it comes down to it, it's just we don't have all the tools to get there yet, and we're the first one to admit it because we're not the biggest print shop. It's out of my house, like I said. We're just trying to make it more convenient for people to get branded and stickered just like the big companies do,
Well, and also everybody, just for me being a small business owner too, having stuff like this kind of brings you up. Right?
Yes.
It takes you one step above.
Absolutely. People see you differently almost, you know what I mean? So once you do get a brand, you should put it on everything. Absolutely. Everybody, if you can hear my voice, shirts, t-shirts, shoes, socks, put it on everything. Give it to your family, your friends, get it out there. In Fresno, if you have a brand, your friend is wanting to rock your brand. They want to see it. They want to see you get bigger. And that's the cool thing about Fresno is, if my man is rocking his own brand, I want to rock his brand, and that's the love you get in Tower,
Yeah,
and
so we live in a really great place, and I feel like it's only getting better and better just in the last few years. The art community is really kind of exploding. More people are opening up small businesses. Okay, we've got about a minute left.
Gotcha.
I want to ask you, a year from now, where do you want to be with the Print Lab?
We'd like to be doing shirts. We see a huge need out for shirts. If we can get shirts to people within an hour, we're going to take over the town.
All right. So, you heard it here first, everybody.
Right here, Austin Reed.
Thank you, brother. People can learn more. What's the best way? IG, right?
Yeah, Instagram is primarily there. We only do it that way because we want to see other people's brands. There's a lot of people that ask a lot of questions and don't do the follow through. And so if we see a page that is obviously on their game, they're at every art hop, they're at every River Park, Fig Garden, those markets. We want to work with you. If you don't have no pictures on Instagram, it's a good way to know you're probably not up to that standard. But if you got a logo, you're ready to rock, we're ready to rock.
Well, and I gave you zero direction too to make this. So that's a good thing.
Right. We've been in it to where we're like, what's eye catching? What's gonna get you another customer? And
that's also eye catching too.
Oh, definitely. We watched a couple of your streams and podcasts, and we were just kind of like, you know what? We're gonna wear something that hopefully the camera could be able to see a little better.
Thanks for not wearing green.
No, definitely.
Green screen. So, Thank you, brother.
No
appreciate
problem.
it.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you again for all of this. Again,
problem.
everybody, make sure you connect with the Print Lab on Instagram. Let's do a follow-up interview a year from now, okay?
Sounds good, brother.
All right.
I'll be there.
Thank you, brother.
Emsculpt Neo is the first and only non-invasive body shaping procedure that provides simultaneous fat elimination and muscle building in a combined 30-minute session.
Oh yeah, this is fun.
Now being offered at KMY Clinic in Fresno. Call 559-277-3909. Emsculpt Neo. Let's get real.
I'm Jim Horton of the Zachary Horton Foundation. My son Zach lost his battle with opioid addiction at the age of 19. Our mission is to break the stigma of this terrible disease. Please listen to our podcast, Zach's Life, a story of love, addiction, loss, grief, and recovery. Find us on Spotify or ZacharyHortonFoundation.org.
Hey, the Reed Report continues. Welcome back. Austin Reed alongside Kaylee Kwasnick. Athena is going to check in now with her celebrity scoop.
Yes.
And there's a lot of interesting
A
stories.
lot of gossip,
yeah. Sex toys, sex dolls, maybe? I don't know. Hi, Athena.
Rihanna's trending. Rihanna's known for music, right? But also makeup and things like that. It is the same company that Lil Nas X came out with, something to do with shoes. She's got a new ketchup line. So if you Google it and order it, beware. I don't know if it's free, if you have to pay for it. So let's just say it comes out with 6 different, I don't know, it's more lipstick, 6 different lipsticks and makeup lines, right? It's either makeup or ketchup. So you put it on and you're like, is it ketchup or makeup? So that's what's trending. I'll tell you, I love ketchup, but I would be pretty upset if I paid for all this Rihanna makeup and ended up being it was ketchup, but it is bright red, right? Snoop Dogg is also trending. Doggyland. When I first heard of this series, I thought he was actually opening up a theme park for dogs and for kids. It's actually a new cartoon series on YouTube. So that's what's trending with adults and kids. Also, what's trending is a study. I don't mean to sound stereotypical, but they say that, men always cheat. It's always the guy, right? Well, a new trending survey is showing that more and more women cheat. It was like the percentage was way over 50%. And I don't know the reasoning. It could be being married for years, bored of the same partner. So people, look out. The women are cheating as well. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I've been married for almost 20 years. I would never cheat, but never say never. Speaking of, I'm just kidding. I would never cheat on my husband. Okay, or maybe don't cheat and get a sex doll. A discarded sex doll was found in Thailand. It was washed up on the shores. I'm trying to find out exactly where this was, and I'm going to mispronounce the name. Chonburi, the province of eastern Thailand, just a few days ago. A photo of it was loaded on Facebook. That's the sex doll. The problem was it was washed up on shore, and it was buried with rocks and seaweed in the ocean, and everyone thought it was like a true body. It caused a huge panic. The police came out, rescuers. So definitely Google that story, and that's what's trending. I'm Athena. Have a great day and night.
A sex doll. There you go. Thailand.
I mean, at least it's not a real body, right?
Yeah, I guess. To each their own. Thanks for joining us this week. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Kaylee Kwasnick.
Thank you for co-hosting this week. This was fun.
It's always good to be here.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation, and little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotations. And if you